greatest digital asset ever created. I'm so glad I accumulated before the space got saturated. XRP the greatest digital asset ever created. Make the haters aggravated, get the spaceship activated. XRP the greatest digital asset ever created. I'm so glad I accumulated before the space got saturated.
What's goody, everybody? Listen, we back by popular demand with this crypto news. It's a lot of information. I honestly I get kind of overwhelmed with so much news that has been sent to me over the weekend, over the last 2 hours. I mean, at this point, but just breaking. They got Kraken has announced that the SEC has agreed to drop its lawsuit against the cryptocurrency exchange. So, you don't know, SEC has been pretty much suing everybody in the crypto industry. Kraken, anybody, any company you could think of. I think it was also ADA at one point, XRP. So pretty much they said that Kraken has announced that the SEC has agreed to drop their lawsuit. So that is amazing news in the crypto space, right? So also that just came out, which is like another big announcement. It says Eric Trump confirms that a U.S.-based project like XRP and HBAR will eventually benefit from zero capital gains tax, while non-U.S. Based projects face a 30% tax. So if you know or you don't know, Trump is pretty much giving emphasis on companies that are made in the U.S. will have a big tax break versus companies that are outside of the U.S. trying to sell their products and services and goods to the United States people. So they don't have a big tax break if you're in the U.S. and you have a company. Also, I want you guys to watch this video real quick. This is hilarious. After all these years, the CNBC marketing Bitcoin and Ethereum after regulatory capture of the rest of the industry and Bill Hammond free pass for Bitcoin and Ethereum, they are now worried about Donald Trump picking favorites. You can't make this stuff up. So, if you guys were here as long as I was here, they were pushing they were pushing Bitcoin and Ethereum for years. You and I both know that XRP is the number one cryptocurrency coin in the space. And, you know, what the media pushes is what's going to travel as far as what the mass will agree to. So listen up to this video real quick.
President Trump announcing the creation of a strategic crypto reserve. Mackenzie Sagalos joins us now with all the details. Mackenzie, it's interesting because in this Truth Social post over the weekend, he cited his January executive order, and that seemed to ignite the rally.
No, it did, and this is really building upon what he said in January. He says that this new national crypto reserve will include Bitcoin, Ethereum, and a trio of high volatility tokens, Solana, XRP, and Cardano. He's calling it a move to elevate the industry after what the president described as years of corrupt attacks under the Biden administration. Now, unlike traditional reserves of gold, petroleum, or grain, commodities accumulated for strategic security, this reserve would more closely resemble an active portfolio of speculative assets. The shift in language from stockpile to reserve also suggests the U.S. may actively acquire and manage cryptocurrencies rather than just holding seized tokens. Now, the crypto market, coming off its worst month since 2022, reacted instantly. Bitcoin and Ethereum surged over 10%, while Cardano spiked as much as 70%. Now, prices are coming back down, but still, we're seeing investors getting back into long positions. And attention now really turns to Friday's first ever White House Crypto Summit, where the president, along with his crypto czar David Sachs, regulators, and industry leaders will talk next steps. We'll be watching to see whether the president shares a buying strategy or plans to push this through without congressional approval. Melissa?
Interesting that the notion of an active portfolio, Mackenzie, because then, of course, somebody needs to be hired to manage this. So basically, you've got a portfolio manager for crypto under the authority of the U.S. government.
And that's one of the biggest concerns here, that the government would be picking favorites. And yes, the choice of Cardano and Solana came as a bit of a surprise. At the end of the day, these 5 tokens that are in this reserve are on the top 10 market cap list. And Cardano and Solana offer faster and cheaper alternatives than Bitcoin and Ethereum with respect to facilitating payments. The president also has a connection to both of those blockchains. Solana is the blockchain that he used to build his meme token. Meanwhile, you've got XRP. Ripple is the team behind that token. They donated $5 million in the XRP token to Trump's inaugural fund. So he has ties to some of these tokens that we're seeing show up here.
That will do it.
President Trump announcing the creation.
That will do it. He does have some ties into these crypto coins, and they're kind of mad down. They picking winners and losers. That's what they've been doing. All right, so moving on. It says XRP is made in America. I've already mentioned that. So, you know, they're having a free pass that they feel like XRP will be pushed to the forefront, and we can see its actual potential price. So XRP versus Bitcoin, you can see pretty much the low transaction fees versus the high transaction fees. The energy efficient, not eco-friendly. It's fast as 3 seconds. And then Bitcoin is just slow in transaction. It literally can sometimes take at least 45 minutes to like 2 hours to get your Bitcoin, depending upon how much you send it. I've done it before. I've seen it. And then it says XRPL is scalable, can't be scalable. So these are just some pros and some cons about Bitcoin. I do not, you know, I'm not a financial advisor. You buy what you research. I'm just a girl from off of the internet. All right, so this is Michael Saylor. He is told to stand down. XRP is here to stay. And listen up to Michael Saylor and what he has to say on having winners and losers in the crypto space.
Were you surprised that in the announcement over the weekend, the president mentioned other smaller coins like XRP, Solana, and Cardano, as well as Bitcoin for the Strategic Crypto Fund?
I'm not surprised. I mean, I think there's no way to interpret this other than this is bullish for Bitcoin and is bullish for the entire U.S. crypto industry. You know, there are conservatives that view the right path forward as just a Bitcoin-only policy because Bitcoin is a commodity, an asset without an issuer, a neutral asset, and there's no controversy. But the president's adopted a more liberal economic policy, and that's his right. He's president of the United States.
Yeah, no, I'm sure you would have preferred it, though, if it was a Bitcoin-only fund.
You know, I believe that the best thing for the country is to move forward with an enlightened, progressive policy toward digital assets. I think it's worth $100 trillion to the United States, and ultimately there's 4 different assets that people need to come to grips with. A digital commodity like Bitcoin, an asset without an issuer backed by digital power. A digital currency like a stable coin backed by a fiat currency equivalent. A digital security, an asset with an issuer backed by a stock or a bond so we can tokenize Wall Street. And then a digital token, which is an asset with an issuer that's backed by digital utility. I think everybody's trying to come to grips with that taxonomy, and as the market gets more educated, we're going to see more progressive, constructive policy engagement.
All right. So this is David Schwartz. He is the CTO of Ripple. Pretty much he's talking about the settlement time and how fast the speed of light money can move
that's
with XRP. Let me take it back.
Yeah, that's kind of where we are now, and we're trying to move into that stage where we have big players and lots of liquidity, and that way there'll be easy ways to get money in and out. There'll be lots of liquidity for cross-currency and cross-border payments, and it'll become a settlement system that will be of high value.
Very good.
It'll be a settlement system of high value. So what high value means, high price, guys. Make sure you holding your bag strong. This is not financial advice. I'm just bringing to you what the news is on here. I mean, if you got to follow the money, if you know how to get rich and how these, you know, wealthy people are getting rich, they follow the money. Grayscale has updated its large cap fund list by adding XRP. Bullish. Bitcoin now on there, Ethereum, XRP, Solana, and Cardano. If you are lost in the sauce and don't even know where to start, this is not financial advice, but these are the top 5 coins you should look into as far as jumping in and putting some money and investing into your future. because it's going to be AI, it's going to be cryptocurrency, jobs are going to be lost, industries are going to be wiped out, and you have to have another way to start earning income for your family, for the long run, for your generation on generation on generation. Okay? So, with that being said, I'm also going to leave you with this. This is the CEO of Ripple, the former CEO of Ripple. And listen to this.
There have been more people in the world with cell phones than plumbing.
Yeah.
And the World Bank has a gap that every adult in the world should have a so-called bank account in their phone by 2020. Don't think we're going to hit 2020, but we're going to hit it in the 2020s. So the technology is converging. Everybody's got the device in their hand if we can just figure out how to make the system connect them.
Yeah, we have so many of the component parts that are in place, but the cell phone represents kind of two of the components, right? It's, gives you a lot of the application layer on the top, right? Just like, Facebook and Google on the web. It gives you a lot of the databases or ledgers through the phone companies perhaps, or through banks at the bottom. But there's that missing layer of what is the IP, what is the shipping container that's going to wire them all together. And that's the part, thankfully, that's being introduced. Now, when you combine then those new apps, those new devices, those new databases with an interoperability layer, boom. I mean, that changes the world overnight. And I think we're so close to that. And that will create this Cambrian explosion of, some of the companies here that will suddenly have this global platform to be working on, which will make fintech so much easier. Everybody in fintech knows how difficult it is just within a country, let alone to try to go global. That is all about to change, and that's great for everybody.
There have been more people
That
in the
is
world.
great for everybody. Listen, I wasn't going to make this video long, but I'm definitely going to make it strong, guys. I'm out. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.